Hi, welcome to the Rubbish FPL channel. Just a relatively quick video this time on the review of Game Week 25, and a preview of Game Week 26. Quick video because it's not long into the next game week, which is tomorrow. Less than 24 hours as I record this. Deadline is 6 p.m. tomorrow, Tuesday the 10th UK time. So I got 68 points this game week. Average was 58. Safety score was 62. So another green arrow, which is going well. It was something like a 2.8, I think 2.9 million game week rank. So obviously that's okay, if you could call it okay. But it does mean a green arrow. But I'll take it. That every game week for the rest of the season if I get about 10 points better than the average. Now I'm just finally I'm not at a 4 point something million rank. It's finally a bit above that. It's a 3.9 million rank. So I've had almost a 500k rank increase in the last couple of weeks. It's pretty much 250 for the last 2 game weeks. So I'll take that for the rest of the season very much. It's still a while to go. 13 game weeks to go. So about a third of the season to go. So plenty of things can change. It's obviously the double game week coming up. So there is a chance to make some good green arrows, if that's good English. Hopefully the people sort of around my rank are the sort of players who maybe have sort of given up. So we'll see. Double game week coming up, and I've got 3 Arsenal players, and I'm probably going to be captaining one of them. I don't think I'll be triple captaining, and I know there's some talk sort of generally in the sort of FPL community. Some people are going to be triple captaining, but I'm not. Well, hopefully, I'm hoping that there's going to be a better option, because I'm not too sure about. I think if I captain the Arsenal players and I have Gabriel, Timber, and Rice, it would be Gabriel is the best option. But it's one of those where it's just one clean. Someone scores against them, clean sheet's gone, and that's already could easily be, no bonus. If you concede a two, then could end up with a couple blanks. Rice, I don't think he's not in the best sort of form. Certainly not scoring as many as he did a bit early on in the season. Arsenal playing Brentford and Wolves. I think both games are away. I think Brentford, I can see Brentford scoring against them. Wolves, less so, but so I'm expecting a clean sheet and an Arsenal win and maybe a couple goals or something like that. But is that the sort of fixtures for a triple captain? I'm not sure. So we'll see. We know City are definitely going to get a double game week later on in the season. So we'll see when that's all confirmed and who it's against, and maybe Haaland's picked up some better form by then, actually scoring an open play goal, and he might be the option then. But we'll see. On other things about my game week 26, I'm thinking I've got no Chelsea players, and I've mentioned before about Chelsea have had good fixtures, and they've still got a couple, 2-3 good fixtures. But I'm not sure who to get in. Enzo I could get in, straight swap for Wilson. Pedro maybe, but it would need to be a hit to get him in, and I'm not sure about that. And Palmer, he scored a hat-trick in the last game. 2 of those were penalties. he's not fit. He said himself he's not fit, and he played 60 minutes, I think. So, yeah, I suppose I'd take him playing 60 minutes and not being fully fit, but still scoring a hat trick. So hopefully he'll improve. But I think, yeah, I think from what I've heard, the injury that Palmer's got is, in an ideal world, he would basically rest, have about 3-4 weeks rest, physio and so on, and then if that doesn't work out, he could require surgery, and then even that might not 100% sort it out. It's one a bit complicated from what I understand. So yeah, he could play all the way into the end of the season, not really being fully fit. And then obviously it's the World Cup coming up, and I'm sure in Tuchel and all the England staff and all that would rather he sort of properly rest and so on before then. But I think it's before, by the end of the Premier League season and the World Cup, it's something like two and a bit weeks. But before England actually play, I think England play on the 17th, the World Cup starts on something like the 11th. So that's almost 3 weeks from the end of the Premier League season to when England actually play. Obviously, well, assuming he's going to the World Cup, he will be going out there and in training and all that. So, but it'll be 3 weeks potentially of not playing a match. You can probably properly sort of get some good physio and rest maybe a bit more than some of the other players. But I don't think it's right to get Palmer in right now. But obviously, if he actually plays tomorrow against Leeds and scores another sort of 2-3 goals, then I have to think again whether he will play with a quick turnaround and sort of his fitness and all that. We'll have to see. It's against Leeds. Chelsea obviously at home, they will be expected to beat Leeds, so maybe this is the sort of game that he could be rested or just come on a sub at the end for 20-30 minutes. We will see. As for sort of other thoughts and other players, I think the only other players really is more for game week 27 is Wirtz and Mbumo that I like. But as I said, those are for not this game week 26. The Wirtz, good form. Liverpool got good fixtures. This week it's Sunderland, who are really good at home in particular. So that's not as good a fixture. But then it's Forest, West Ham, Wolves, Spurs, Brighton, Fulham. So some of those teams aren't good form. Some are really struggling. Some of them, I think, are right near the bottom of the league. Brighton, I've got 1 win in the last 11 Premier League games. So, yeah, I think and I don't have any Liverpool players at all at the moment. So I think Wirtz is the one. I like Ekatike, but I think for the structure of my team, how much money I've got and so on, it's going to be easy to get Wirtz in. If I do get him in. And the other one is Mbumo. Now, obviously, I've already got Bruno in, so I've already got a United player. And obviously, being a United fan, it's just any excuse to get a United player in. Mbumo, he keeps going. He was seen limping, apparently, outside Old Trafford after the Spurs match. I think I've seen the video. It sort of does look like he's limping a bit. But it could be anything. He could, Apparently, in the press conference this afternoon, Monday afternoon, Carrot didn't mention anything about Mbumo, so assuming he's fine. I'm not planning to get him in this week, so we'll see. The only other mention United related is Mount and De Ligt are the players who are still out. Apparently, Mount is quite close. It probably won't be ready for Tuesday. But could be soon after that. De Ligt is, he said, moving in the right direction. And it sounds like De Ligt is close-ish. So it sounds like maybe Mount is a week or two away, and maybe De Ligt is 2-3 weeks away. So it would be really good to get De Ligt back in the United team. Obviously, we're doing well at the moment, but good to get players back. Good, important players. Good options in the squad. Yeah, so we will see. So in summary, yeah, my game week 26 plans, I think it's probably going to be captaining Gabriel. I reckon a 70% chance, and probably not triple captaining him. And as for transfers, I think I will I'll roll my transfer, not make anything. But yeah, there is a chance. Just going back to the captain, actually, I think obviously there's the double captain, double game week players, and a lot of people will go for them because there's 2 chances of getting some points, or maybe good points in both of them. But quite often you'll get the players who played once in the game week, the single game week players who actually score the most points in that game week. And I think there are some good options. So you could go Haaland and Semenyo, obviously. City obviously will be confident after beating Liverpool. They're playing Fulham at home. Haaland's still not got an open play goal for ages. Well, you know, after that game, that crazy game, maybe, you know, this is a catalyst. And we're getting towards the end of the season. Well, there's a third of the season left about. This is where City usually push on, and Arsenal aren't a million miles in the distance. Could captain Bruno is playing West Ham. Bruno is so consistently with scoring. He scored, the last time he blanked was, well, he's not blanked at all since he's come back from his injury. And then before that, apart from the game where he only played 45 minutes, the last game was actually where he started was against West Ham in game week 14. So Bruno's always an option, and then another option is probably Rodgers against Brighton, who, as I mentioned, aren't playing, not in a good run of form. 1 win in 11. So, and obviously he scored in the last game. So there are a number of different options for captain in my team. But yeah, we'll see. I'll have to think about that. There's not too long to think about it, since the game week starts not in less than 24 hours, as I said. But we'll see. But anyway, thanks for watching, and if you could like, comment and subscribe, I'd much appreciate it. Let me know in the comments who you are planning on captaining, and let me know, who should I get Verts in next, or get Mbumo next, or is there anything else I'm missing? But anyway, thanks for watching.